Hi everyone, I am Jack Red, and I do apologize that I didn't tell you so much more about The Dark Knight, because as of the moment, you'll find out what it's about and everything when you see it. Well, I'm just giving you a basic idea how good it was, but that's just the makeup for it being shorter than I originally planned, so I do apologize. But this video is really about why is Halo better than Resident Evil 4. Okay, game trailers put Resident Evil 4 on the best as 10, as Halo is number 9. Now, I have played both games to the max, and I had to disagree. Because Resident Evil 4, what you think about, in main game, you only play as two characters. Leon throughout most of the game, and then one little portion for Ashley. And then there's your Simon Ada in several ways, which you only play as Ada. And then you got sorry, I'm just trying to remember how to say it. The Mercenaries. I do apologize. I sometimes forget how to say that. You play as Leon, Ada, Punk, Jack Krauser, and Albert Wesker, everyone's personal favorite. And you got so much more weapons, variety of them. You can upgrade them, and weapons are good. I mean, the opening was a lot better than Halo's. The ending was a lot better than Halo's. Let's see, what else was better? The graphics, the storyline, in my opinion, explains so much more. As the voice acting was also good. Sure, there's no multiplayer, and you could say that, but if you think about it, the multiplayer isn't so much as I believe is that is good. I mean, it's pretty fun, but you know, it's just different in its own varieties. 1 second. Sorry, it's one of my friends' old name. Now, getting back to the point at hand, that when it comes to Resident Evil 4, I have played it on the GameCube, the PC, and the Wii, all of which were pretty good. I have heard about PlayStation 2. Its big letdown was the graphics, and believe me, there's one guy at GameStop actually told me, don't buy it because the graphics will pretty much piss you off compared to the GameCube graphics. And you know what? He was right. I mean, sure, it had more offer, but the graphics, my god. I didn't mind it for the PC because you could do so much for the PC version with the mods and everything. You can even get the trainer and help yourself cheat. But getting more into the details, you got all kinds of weapons throughout. You got handguns, rifle, shotgun, grenade types. When it comes down to it, they're all pretty good. And yet, only Leon and Krauser has a knife, which is fine. It makes Mercenary mode even more interesting compared to Resident Evil 3's, which you get 3 Umbrella Soldiers, Carlos McHyde, and Nicholas. If I'm pronounced that name correctly. I know that was Russian, and it's hard for me to pronounce his actual name, but they changed him in the movie, so I liked him better in the movie, to be completely honest with you. This guy was an a-hole. But the point is, for Resident Evil 4, it's just so much more fun. You can do so much more things. I mean, think about it. You can upgrade the firepower, the road speed, your firing range. I mean, what else is there to be? I mean, there's a sniper rifle addition in the game, which helps you find the weakness of both Regenerators and Iron Maidens. The bosses are pretty fun. I mean, did Halo have any bosses? No, sir. You know, 2 actually had the most bosses of 3, as 3 itself had only 1. Isn't that strange? One of the greatest games of all time does not even have a single boss in it. I would have to say I would pay on that, because if you think about it, all good games should have a boss. All good games should have something to be worth challenging. Okay, I have to confess this right now, now I'm going to tell you the hardest part in both games that I really hate playing. For Halo, it's the ending where you got to get into the Warthog, and you got to get down there on the time limit, then you got to keep going, and then in the end, you got to run as fast as possible. I usually jump until I get into the ship. It's a real pain. I hate it so god-awfully bad. And for Resident Evil 4, the one part I really hate was when you get Ashley in there, and basically you got to get this crane thing up, and then you got to get up there. You got to help Ashley get the cranks on both sides. It's real pain because if you think about it, they're gonna keep coming after you and Ashley, and they don't stop until you leave the room. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, I played a lot of games in my life. Resident Evil 4 certainly is no exception. I mean, NES games, you're like, okay, go open the screen, come back. Oh, they're all back? But no, this is very different from that. Enemies coming out of nowhere. I mean, at least they ain't the chainsaw guys, it wasn't all your shotgun bullets, or the Gallagher, which you gotta get behind and shoot its weakness until it dies. Or JJ, which you gotta hope you're not in its range and then shoot the heck out of them. The point is, I'm really a big Resident Evil fan. I do like Halo, I have to be honest with you, but when it comes down to it, Resident Evil 4 has a lot more to offer. It's just a better game in my opinion. I had to say, with the top 10 worst they did, I did not find anything I disagreed with. Now with the best, this was the only disagreement I found on the list. Okay? Metal Gear Solid's a pretty good game, but I'm not going to go into details about that. I mean, you also know how good that game is. Resident Evil 4 just gives you a Friday at enemies, you know, makes you have to think fast. Some versions of the game are pretty fun. Watch the buttons. On the Wii, you gotta do this. Just to let you know when you do get into it. It's pretty fun to knife things. Most of all, I want you all to notice, as a deep reminder, that if we have another list like this in probably 10 years time, that I better not see the same mistake happen with a similar game being actually better than the game that's on the list. Or I am gonna crack on it. I am gonna crack on it. Not for a good reason, but you know, just for a reason that's so obvious that a lot of people would disagree. Why this game right here is so much better than this game. Which are both good games, but if you think about it, this one over here should have been right here. You know, it just frustrates you. I'm gonna end this on a good note that you get body armor, you get maps, you can even increase your weapon case up to 2 sizes, which is pretty good. And most of all, you can even get a movie browser, which you can get for the main game and separate ways, which is pretty cool. I gotta admit, that was a nice addition. But you want to know the worst thing about Resident Evil 4, in my opinion, is Ada's reports. 5 ports of her reports, and you know what? You want to see a report that really makes the heck out of you? Watch or read Wesker's Report 1, and then read Wesker's Report 2. Then you see what I'm talking about. So I'll see you all later, and I hope you enjoyed the video.